Two who are prepared ready. Alvarez, Souček, and Füllkrug! Rare moment of positivity in front of goal for West Ham United, who've created moves of potential today without a finish until now. Nicholas Füllkrug steps forward for the Hammers.
Castagne, Lukic and Iwobi. Oh, it's an opportunity and it's a goal. Brilliantly taken. Carlos Soler driving in his first West Ham United goal. West Ham's second best for so much of this first half. But what an effort by Carlos Soler, and Fulham creating so many of their own problems. They've got one and they're looking for two. Kudus now. And still he goes on. Wan-Bissaka. It's Tomas Souček. Well, having done nothing for half an hour, Graham Potter's team have got two in little more than 2 minutes. Kearney is getting readied for Fulham. All problems for Leno and problems for Fulham. They can't stop doing it. Lucas Paqueta has been able to restore West Ham's 2-goal advantage, and it's another Fulham gift.
Here is Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Kudus. Edson Alvarez just had a moment to steady himself. What a great delivery that is! What a goal for West Ham United! And not for the first time today. Emerson have stolen into the back post. This time he scores! Very emphatic about amazing. There's a mistake here by Colwell, and Bowen is back. And West Ham lead at Stamford Bridge. A bad mistake by a player Graham Potter knows only too well. And he's helped his old boss out here totally inadvertently.
Odegaard. So little space for Arsenal to work with. West Ham bring it out with Bowen. Gets it through to Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka, good ball in, and Bowen is there to meet it! Well, well, well. East London celebrations in the north. Jared Bowen stoops to give West Ham the lead just before the break.
Bowen has kept going. Just trying to check back. He's won it back. Souček's a great turn. There's Alvarez at the near post. Comes out to Cresswell. And it's put in by Souček. There was a moment where time seemed to stand still when the goalkeeper pushed out the shot. But there were plenty of takers there for West Ham United. And Tomas Souček, on his 30th birthday, marks the event with the opening goal. 4-year-old club. And they have done. Well, it's Jared Bowen who's squeezed it in. Who else? There didn't seem a pathway to 2-0. But 2-0 it is.
Bowen. We picked out Souček, and there is the goal! And he's scored a few this season. Thomas Souček, who was about to be replaced, has left a big mark, a big stamp on this game, and West Ham have the lead at Goodison.
To change in the Premier League, Ward-Prowse's corner, Fulcrum! That's a substitution for West Ham to level things up. A German off the bench, and it's 1-1. Kudus clips it in there, and Bowen! His home drought is over, and West Ham United have turned this game around. And the changes seem to have done it.
Pakistan. Wan-Bissaka. Oh, it's in! No more than they deserve. West Ham United back on level terms. Andy Robertson knew that he had to deal with the cross, and he's inadvertently put it past Alisson.
Ahead of him, he finds James Ward, Nicholas Fulkrug, who can find Jared Bowen here. Jared Bowen driving forward to West Ham. Bowen! Doing what he does best. A breakaway West Ham goal. And just like in December when these two went toe-to-toe, it's Jared Bowen who makes it 1-0.
Wan-Bissaka. Bowen, no one's gone with him. Jared Bowen puts it in a great area, and Kudus puts it in the back of the net. Well, Brighton switched off, and Mohamed Kudus and West Ham cashed in. 1-1. Wan-Bissaka finding Bowen. And in! Thomas Souček stoops. And for the first time, West Ham lead at the MX.
Wan-Bissaka. Bowen. Angle's tight. Doesn't matter. West Ham level. Beautifully taken by Jared Bowen. Where would they be without him? Terrific run and a terrific finish.
On from Wan-Bissaka, and he has it back. Chance to cross or maybe shoot. He finds Kudus. Hamad with the lunging challenge, and it's in! Fired across goal, and Thomas Souček wheels away in celebration. West Ham United took a chance, fizzing it into the penalty area, and they got their reward. Fair spell of caginess in the first half. Agate robbed of the ball. Kudus with Bowen in support, decides to go on his own, helped out by Aaron Wan-Bissaka, and Bowen for 2! 1 minute Manchester United were attacking, the next minute the ball is in the back of their net. Manchester United's Premier League struggles continue.
Chris Wood, there's nobody coming to support him. They're all staying back behind the ball. West Ham get it back again. Paquetá to chip it forward. And Bowen! Oh! What a strike that is! There's a twist in the plot late on here. Jared Bowen with a super strike for West Ham United.
Oh, it's been given away by Morsey. Ward-Prowse to put West Ham in front. And not for the first time this season. Ipswich creating their own problems. A gift from Sam Morsey. Helped on again by Bowen. Back with Bowen. There's a gap for Bowen. And it's one that he's found. Superbly struck. In 4 games now for Jared Bowen, and he's done at Portman Road what he did against Ipswich during the first half of the season. An assist and now a goal, a terrific goal. One back by Rodriguez. Kudus. Rodriguez again. Kudus, brilliant finish, and that surely now has seen off Ipswich Town's Premier League challenge. Class and quality showing in the end, and Ipswich creating their own problems again.
Paquetá, urged to have a go! How about that? Lucas Paquetá with a pile driver to take the roof off London Stadium and perhaps take the pressure off Graham Potter too. That is a beauty from the Brazilian and just what the doctor ordered for him.
Cross is deep, Souček's in there and buries the header, and West Ham are level. Lovely ball from the right side by Walker Peters, left-footed delivery, and there was Souček, buried it from around about 3 yards out. All square here at Molineux. Wolves 1, West Ham 1. It may well be Irving, the Scotland international. He's just getting a bit of instructions from the tablet. West Ham in possession. Out on that far side, 1-1. Cross comes in. There is Paquetá! Diving header! And West Ham lead for the first time in this game. The Brazilian buries it from close range. Superb finish. And are West Ham heading through to round 3?
Eine. Gibbs White. Somerville skips away from one challenge, finds Bowen, who finds the bottom corner. Would it be fair to say the Hammers are completing a smash and grab at the City grounds? And it comes from their captain, the man who fell out with a supporter midweek. Dances over to the away end. Is he the match winner? Nottingham Forest 0, West Ham United 1. In front of the West Ham fans. Paquetá shows just what a cool customer he is. Felt like an age that run up, but he was in complete control. It looks as though all 3 points are heading back to East London. Around the ground here, what is without question is no one in the away end is going anywhere. Juve. Wilson! West Ham United's Premier League season is up and running. It's again Graham Potter looking to his bench for a difference maker. And Callum Wilson heads home his first goal for the club.
Goes from Juve, and it's in by Bowen. It's a tale of another corner. This time, West Ham have scored one. Jared Bowen, the captain, comes up just when they needed him with a goal.
A bit more energy in this West Ham side, it seems. Bowen. And with a strike! It's brilliant! That is what they needed! Jared Bowen gets West Ham level, and in some style too. You felt they were becoming more dangerous in the last few moments, and they've made the most of it.
So we're into the 90th minute, and we understand there'll be a minimum of 4 added minutes of stoppage time here. Bowen. Fernandez helps it on! And things could get very nervy for Leeds United here. Mateus Fernandez with a deft flick to reduce the deficit and move West Ham to within 1 goal. Leeds 2, West Ham 1.
Somerville taking on Kraft, another deflection on the cross in that Pope can deal with. Out for Fernandez, setting up Paquetá. Magnificent! "25 yards out, he has struck that beautifully. And the Hammers arrow themselves back into the game 10 minutes before the break. That's been a game where Newcastle haven't really been able to impose their physicality or energy on the opposition. Wan-Bissaka getting it in. Oh, it's steered in for an own goal right on the stroke of half-time. Sven Botman knocking it past the stricken Pope, and West Ham lead. 2 against 1 for a moment here, with West Ham bringing it forward. And Pope makes the save, followed up. Thomas Souček with the last kick of the day. And West Ham finally have that first win under Nuno.
West Ham took it quickly. Here's Somerville. Crescencio Somerville deflected. Wilson! Callum Wilson draws West Ham level in the right place at the right time. And West Ham get the response they were looking for. Just the 1 goal from corners this season. Somerville with a deep delivery. It's flicked away by Tuanzebe. Paquetá sends it back in. Souček's there! How many times does he do it? Always in the right place at the right time. Off the bench in successive games to score. And having trailed 1-0, West Ham now lead by 2 goals to 1. Julio, who was a deadline day arrival, was supposed to be going to Crystal Palace, it seems, and then his decision to join West Ham meant that Mark Gahey didn't make his way to Liverpool. Souček, does he fancy it? Thomas Souček strike, pushed away and then put into the back of the net to make it 3 and maybe just wrap it up for West Ham. Kyle Walker-Peters wheels away in delight. And for a second successive week, is it to be 1-0 down to a 3-1 West Ham victory? They feel the job is done here this afternoon.
The win certainly favours West Ham in this first half. Encouraging a few long-range shots maybe. And that's a good try, and Wilson scores against his former club. Petrovic couldn't keep it out. And West Ham, with perhaps their first attack, have taken the lead. It's 2-2 for Wilson, who helped Bournemouth to the Premier League a decade ago. Well, he's bitten the hand that used to feed him here. Potts with the free kick. Bowen to keep it alive. Todibo for Wilson. He's done it again. This Bournemouth crowd know all about what he can do in front of goal. And they're seeing it again for West Ham United today. Bournemouth 0, West Ham 2. Wilson with them both.
Irving's corner flicked on and off the line. The rebound's in. Songutu Magassa's first West Ham goal has drawn them level at Old Trafford. What a moment for the Frenchman to open his West Ham account at the Theatre of Dreams. And it's a nightmare at the back for Manchester United. West Ham are level.
Gomez. No way through the centre. Keep blocking it off. West Ham United. But here's Wilson. Got Bowen up with him. Wilson, such a canny customer. Bowen! It's in! Callum Wilson makes it. Jared Bowen scores it. And West Ham, to be fair, the more dangerous team in the second half, have scored the first goal at the Amex. It's taken over 70 minutes, but for the Hammers, well worth the wait.
Well, they have pressed and they've got the ball here, and they've struck early on. How about that for starters? Mateus Fernandes. West Ham United are fighting for their Premier League lives, and they have taken that fight right to Aston Villa's door, right from the off. Diouf has made his way forward here. He does like to get forward. He's appealing for handball. At the moment, Anthony Taylor says no. There's Diouf again, who fires it in with plenty of purchase on it. And it's deflected in. Diverted in by Jared Bowen. West Ham were calling for a handball. West Ham played on. And Jared Bowen instinctively stuck out a boot and stuck the ball into the back of the net.
But here goes Bowen, past Van Hecker. It's Bowen for West Ham! What a superb start for West Ham United. And of course it's Jared Bowen who gives them the lead inside 10 minutes. It's such a crazy first 45 this. Now Paquetá has the chance to give West Ham the lead once again. A chance he takes! Dispatched with minimal fuss to make it West Ham 2, Brighton 1.